Hi, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. It is the last week of March, so I thought this would be a really good time to take a look at the energy for the month of April. This particular reading is for Aries. It's for air signs. I apologize, for air signs. So we're talking Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. This reading is for you. So I'm just going to give these cards a quick shuffle. They have been well shuffled already, but we're just going to give them a bit of a quick shuffle if I can get my cards to work. And we'll see what the universe and spirit would like you to know in terms of energies for the month of April. Perhaps things that you should be aware of or look out for. Perhaps energies that might be helpful to you. Insights, guidance. So we're just going to give this a couple more shuffles and then we'll bring the screen down and see what Spirit wants you to know about the month of April. So here we go. One more quick shuffle and cut that deck. Okay. So, air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. What does the universe have to say to you? I'm going to do a Celtic cross here. Really interesting. Okay, so let's get started. In the center of the reading, so right now, what's concerning you right now has to do with, it's the Four of Pentacles. Pentacles tend to be possessions, money, that kind of thing. And the Four is usually a bit of an indicator of being concerned about money, perhaps holding it tight. But it can also be an indicator that, you know, it's time to perhaps enjoy some of the fruits of your labor. It's time to perhaps, you know, loosen up the grip that you may have had over money or finances over the course of the winter and, you know, open that up. Bring some abundance into your life by thinking abundant thoughts and by sharing or spreading out what you have, not being quite so concerned about hanging on to it tightly, because you know very often the tighter you hang on to something, the harder it is to attract more of that something, because your hands are already full gripping and holding what it is you're trying to hang on to and not let go of. Well, if your hands are gripped tight, you do not have the ability to open them to receive something new. So that's just some food for thought in terms of where you are right now. And this, because it's Pentacles, it definitely has to do with, you know, money, finance, possessions. Perhaps you're going through possessions, sorting things out. You know, maybe a spring purge, going through your closet and cleaning things out. Or perhaps tax season, you're, you know, balancing your books and getting your taxes in order. But it is about going through and letting go of what you don't need so that you have room to bring in that which you do need, want, or desire. Over top of that is the Empress. And so that's lovely because the Empress represents new beginnings, new birth, new starts, fresh ideas, just new. It's very often representative of motherhood. So the things that you think about in terms of that, you know, just those beginnings, that nurturing time. And it's really a lovely card to have in April because April, of course, very much feels like a time when, you know, new growth starts, new beginnings happen. You know, the grass comes back, the flowers come back, the trees sprout their leaves. It is a time of new beginnings And the Empress is telling you that it is also a time of new beginnings. It is time perhaps to let go of some of the stuff from the past or from before that you have been holding on to. Perhaps there are things that you are now ready to let go of that you weren't ready to let go of a few months ago. And the Empress, who is going to help you with new starts, fresh starts, and new beginnings, is literally there to help you energetically to move through that process so that you can release that which needs to be released and welcome that which you need to welcome. You have your King of Pentacles under this. So again, Pentacles have to do with money. But, you know, the Kings and the Queens very often in tarot cards are read as people. So you very much could have a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your life that you're going to have some dealings with, or has some connection to your sense of security, your sense of safety, your foundation. But it's also very possible that it is simply the characteristics of the Pentacles, which are earth signs, that will be coming into the fore, that you will be relying on or depending on to create a new foundation. Those characteristics tend to be things like responsibility, stability, practicality, loyalty, and passion. So it sounds like whatever it is that you're purging or reorganizing, clearing out to make room for, it's very much going to be done in a way that is practical, well thought out. It's not an emotional sort of purging of everything in your life. It is a very systematic way of going through and literally going item by item or situation by situation and saying, this I need to keep and this I do not. This I can let go of, this I cannot. It's going to be very logical and straightforward. And part of the reason that you're doing that is because there has definitely been some hurt in the recent past, or something that almost feels like thievery. It feels like something was taken from you, and this doesn't necessarily need to be a physical theft. It could have been an emotional theft or an idea theft, but it just feels as if something was taken from you that should not have been taken. And so there is this sense that you need to get your possessions sorted through and in order. You need to know what you have and what you don't have. But either way, the Seven of Swords is in your past. So that situation has happened and is done. It is not going to carry on into your future. In fact, it doesn't appear to really have any relatability to the rest of the cards. It very much feels like a sort of separate incident. But if there is that sense and that feeling that somehow you were done wrong, or somehow something was taken away or removed from you that you weren't ready to let go of yet, or was not somebody's to take, understand that that is in the past and that you have really bright and optimistic things to look forward to in the future. So let's focus on those and let go of those things that you're gripping so tight. Open up your hands and open them, turn them up so that you can receive. And that's just simply that. That is a part of the past and it needs to stay there. You've got the Hierophant next. So that's often talking about government situations, sometimes religious situations, but it's talking about bigger organizations and the ideas that come from them, the insights, the guidance, the support. So that being followed directly by the Nine of Pentacles is interesting, because it's looking as if there is money concerns or money issues and money coming to you, and coming to you in a way from the government coming to you through legal channels. Perhaps you are closing the deal on the sale of a house, or purchasing a car, or perhaps you are putting money in stocks and bonds, or getting your taxes sorted out, that kind of situation. But the Nine of Pentacles is a really nice card to have, because it's an indicator of abundance. It is an indicator of financial comfort, and living within your means, but your means being comfortable for what you want and would like to accomplish and have. So that is good news, and really a wonderful thing to be looking forward to in the month of April. Perhaps you might just be getting a bigger tax return than you thought you were going to. But in any case, whatever it is, it's good news, and it looks like it will be helpful, and it will aid in helping you feel abundant and helping you feel secure. And the more you feel those things, the more it comes to you, the more that comes into your life. Now, this lineup of cards is really, really interesting, because you have the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. Cups are water signs. They are your emotions. So it could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, who are in your life and creating an environment for you where they're either helping you deal with your emotions, confront your emotions, supporting you while you're going through emotional times. But this very definitely talks about a clearing of emotional situations, and doing those things that help you to put your emotional health in order. So it could be time to let go of situations from the past. It could be time to say, you know what, I've been hurt in the past, but I'm ready to take a chance. I'm ready to start new again. I'm ready to kind of put my emotions on the line and open myself up a little bit to that and see where that's going to take me. It can also be an indicator of the characteristics of the water signs. So that has to do with psychic ability, sensitivity, imagination, being moody, being sensitive, and being creative. So perhaps it's time for you to sit down and start journaling out some of your emotions. It's time for you to start talking about the things that make you happy and make you sad. But there's definitely, it very much feels like there is a clearing up of emotional issues and emotional baggage, and that there are steps, literally steps, that you are going to take to kind of get these emotions in order and under control. So whatever it is you're dealing with, it sounds like April is going to be the time for you to set it to rights. Perhaps you're going to get some answers to questions that you've been looking for answers for, that will give you some sort of emotional relief or satisfaction. But whatever it is, April appears to be a month where you're going to be dealing with, confronting, expressing, and feeling your emotions and your emotional reactions to people, places, and situations. And the really lovely news about all of this is that what is crowning you is the sun. And so the sun is literally about dreams come true, wishes coming true, happiness, arriving at a destination where you have been trying to get to. It's about light flooding into your life and opening up that which was closed or that which was darkened. It is a really, really lovely card, especially in the springtime, because the spring, of course, so represents that time of rebirth and growth. You've got the Empress here amplifying that. But the sun is sort of like the universe saying, congratulations, you have arrived. You are where you need to be. And that makes perfect sense after you have handled two significant components of your life. You have handled the material possessions, the sorting through, the purging, the getting things in order, and you have dealt with your emotional reactions to those situations. And when all is said and done, you end up with the sun. So you end up in a happy, bright, and light-filled place. That is lovely. What a lovely energy to take with you in the month of April. I mean, that really is a beautiful energy for spring. Let's pop out a few more cards and see what they're telling us. Okay, so you've got the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups is very often it's sort of known as a blast from the past. It talks about things from the past coming forward, and it's coming forward in a way that is pleasant. It is fruitful. It brings happiness and joy. This is not, something from the past coming back and kind of biting you in the butt. This is something from the past coming back that brings you a sense of completion or happiness. So it could be something like, getting together with friends and family over the holidays that take place in April. It could be somebody who you've known for a long time, perhaps resurfacing in your life, or possibly taking on new meaning in your life or a new role in your life. But it definitely has to do with bringing the past forward. And it's not so much that you get caught in it or trapped in it, as much as it is a very pleasant visit, interlude, a period of time. Perhaps it may simply be, as you're doing that purging from those other cards and you're going through things, physically and emotionally, that you have cause to reflect on the past. Perhaps you're wanting to think back to your childhood or relive some memories. You might be going through old photo albums, old pictures, that kind of thing. But there is definitely a sense of reflection of the past coming back. It brings a sense of peace and happiness. The Three of Pentacles, again, you're talking about money and possessions, but in this instance, you're talking about group works. You're talking about people coming together, perhaps joining their resources, putting their resources together to create a bigger pot or a more stable foundation. It can also be an indicator of kind of money coming from secret sources or a place that you don't expect it to come from. And as a result of these two things happening, you have the Nine of Wands, which literally is an indicator that the fight is over. The time of burdens is leaving you. It is being resolved by a new energy. Whatever that uphill battle was you have been fighting, you're at the top of the hill now. It's over. You have completed it. That difficult or painful journey or time is coming to an end, and it's time to let it rest. The Seven of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So it may be, as you're going through this process, there is a sense that you have to defend yourself, explain yourself, make yourself heard or understood. And you will not have a problem doing that. You will be able to find the words or the ideas, the concepts. You will be able to explain or defend your positions, your attitudes, your thinking, whatever it is. This is not a huge deal. This is not, defending yourself in front of the world. This is perhaps explaining to a person or a few people how you feel about something, or why you did certain things that you did, why you made choices that you made at specific times or in a specific situation. This is not a big deal. It is, there's just should be an awareness though that you are going to settle things down, put things straight, make your point of view known. And as a result of that, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which literally means fate is lending you a hand. It is bringing to you that which is destined, that which should be yours, and that which is going to change your life for the better and in a positive way. Wheel of Fortune is a really lovely, lovely card to have because it is an indicator of things looking up, looking better, looking brighter. And that coupled with the sun in the previous layout is really nice. It definitely indicates that April is going to be a time where you are putting things to right, and you are enjoying the benefit of that. You are enjoying the rewards of that. The feels like things are falling into place. Perhaps you have more clarity about the direction you're going or the direction you want to go in. So, what beautiful energy for the month of April. I mean, it really sounds like whatever the difficulties or troubles were, they're sort of behind you now. And it's a fresh start, it's a new start, and it very much feels like a clean slate. Kind of you've put behind you what needs to be put behind you, and you're opening up doors, you're opening up new venues, new opportunities, and you're creating a sense of a new beginning or a new start. And that is absolutely lovely energy to have for April and springtime. So I hope that you have enjoyed this. I hope that it is helpful. I hope it resonates with you and it gives you some insights or guidance for the month of April. If you have liked it, please like and subscribe. This is a new channel, and I'm hoping that through this channel I am able to meet and connect with and give messages to the people who need to hear the messages that I have to give. So thank you very much for finding me on Soulprint. I definitely look forward to seeing you again in May, and look out for me kind of mid-month because I will most likely do a mid-month reading to just check in on the energies. So enjoy spring, enjoy the sunshine, and enjoy your new beginnings because they're coming. Take care now. Bye-bye.